Hey everyone, welcome back to Amex English.
We're really happy you're here learning with us today.
Before we start, if you want to speak English more naturally every day, subscribe to Amex English and practice with us.
And today we're going to talk about something that confuses many English learners.
The difference between should and have to.
Yes, we hear this mistake all the time.
Just yesterday, a student told me something interesting.
What did he say?
He said, "My doctor said I should take this medicine, so I have to take it." And I stopped for a second.
Because that sentence can change meaning depending on the words you choose.
Exactly.
Many learners feel that should and have to are almost the same.
But emotionally and grammatically, they're very different.
And when you understand that difference, your English suddenly sounds much more natural.
Let's imagine a simple situation.
Your friend looks very tired.
Dark circles under his eyes.
He tells you he sleeps only 4 hours every night.
So you say, you should sleep more.
Notice something important.
You are giving advice,
A suggestion.
something that is a good idea.
But your friend can still choose.
He can listen to you.
Or ignore you.
Exactly.
Now imagine a different situation.
Your company has a rule.
Everyone must arrive at work at 8 in the morning.
If you arrive late, you get in trouble.
So you say, I have to arrive at 8.
Now, this is not advice.
It's a rule.
Something necessary.
Something you cannot easily choose.
And this is the heart of today's lesson.
Should is advice.
Have to is obligation.
But sometimes the difference becomes confusing in real life.
Because life is messy.
Emotions get involved.
Expectations.
Responsibilities.
Pressure.
And suddenly, learners start mixing these two expressions.
And that's when English starts to feel difficult.
But don't worry.
Today, we're going to explore real conversations.
Real situations.
Real mistakes that learners make every day.
And by the end of this lesson, you won't just understand the difference.
You'll feel it naturally when you speak.
But first, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
If your teacher says you should study more,
Is that a rule or advice?
that's exactly what we're going to explore next.
So Emma, let's go back to that question.
The one about the teacher saying you should study more?
Exactly.
Many learners hear that sentence and think it's a rule.
But actually, it's usually advice.
Right. The teacher is recommending something.
The teacher believes studying more is a good idea.
But the student still has a choice.
Exactly.
That's the key feeling behind should.
Advice.
Recommendation.
A good idea.
Let's try another situation.
Okay.
Imagine your friend says, I feel tired every morning.
What would you say?
I might say, you should sleep earlier.
Good example.
I'm not forcing my friend.
You're simply suggesting something helpful.
Now let's change the situation.
All right.
Imagine you work in an office.
Okay.
The company has a rule.
Everyone must submit their weekly report by Friday.
So what do you say?
I have to submit my report by Friday.
Perfect.
Because it's not a suggestion.
It's a requirement.
If you don't do it, there may be consequences.
Maybe your manager gets angry.
Maybe your job is at risk.
Exactly.
That's why have to sounds stronger than should.
It carries responsibility.
Obligation.
Something necessary.
Let's try a quick practice.
I love these little challenges.
Me too.
I'll give you a situation.
And we choose the correct expression.
Situation number 1.
Your friend wants to improve their health.
You tell them you exercise more.
What fits better?
Should.
Because it's advice.
Exactly.
Situation number 2.
Your boss says everyone must attend the meeting tomorrow.
Now what do you say?
I attend the meeting tomorrow.
I have to attend the meeting tomorrow.
Perfect.
Now here's where things start to get interesting.
Oh yes.
Sometimes advice can feel very strong.
Almost like a rule.
For example, imagine a doctor talking to a patient.
The doctor says you should stop smoking.
That sounds serious,
Very serious.
but it's still technically advice.
The patient still has a choice.
even if it's a very important choice.
Exactly.
And this is where many learners become confused.
Because strong advice can feel similar to obligation.
But the meaning is still different.
And in real conversations, that difference can change how people understand you.
Especially in stressful situations.
Like school.
Or work.
Or deadlines.
And speaking of stress,
let's imagine something very common.
a student preparing for an important exam.
That situation creates a lot of pressure.
And that's where should and have to often get mixed up.
In the next part, we're going to explore that moment.
So Emma, let's imagine a student preparing for an important exam.
I can already feel the stress.
Exactly. The exam is tomorrow.
Books everywhere.
Coffee on the desk.
The student looks exhausted.
And the student says something interesting.
What do they say?
I should study tonight.
That sounds reasonable.
Yes, but listen carefully to the feeling.
The student is giving advice to themselves.
Almost like thinking out loud.
Exactly.
But now imagine the student says something slightly different.
I have to study tonight.
That feels stronger.
Much stronger.
Now it sounds like there is no choice.
Maybe the exam is very important.
Maybe failing is not an option.
So the pressure feels real.
This is where the emotional difference becomes clear.
Should feels like a recommendation.
Have to feels like necessity.
Let's make the situation more dramatic.
Okay.
Imagine the student's friend sends a message.
The friend says, let's go out tonight.
The student replies.
If the student says, I should study tonight, what does it sound like?
It sounds like they're thinking about it.
Maybe they will study.
Maybe they will go out.
The decision is still flexible.
But now listen to this.
The student says, I have to study tonight.
That sounds final.
The decision is made.
No party tonight.
Exactly.
This is why these two expressions change the tone of a conversation.
One feels optional.
The other feels necessary.
Now let's challenge our listeners again.
I like this part.
Imagine your friend eats fast food every day.
You are worried about their health.
What do you say?
You should eat healthier.
Good advice.
Not a rule.
Now imagine a different situation.
A university requirement.
Students must submit their assignment before midnight.
So, a student says,
I have to submit my assignment tonight.
exactly.
Now something interesting happens when learners practice this difference.
At first, they think very hard.
They analyze every word.
They ask themselves many questions.
Is this advice?
Is this a rule?
Is this obligation?
Is this a suggestion?
But after some practice, something changes.
The feeling becomes natural,
The brain stops translating.
and English starts flowing more easily
That moment is powerful.
because confidence begins to grow.
But there's one place where learners really need that confidence.
Oh yes,
Job interviews,
presentations.
professional conversations,
In those moments, choosing the right expression matters.
because it changes how people see you.
Confident,
Responsible.
professional.
In the next part, we're going to step into that situation.
A real conversation where should and have to can change the impression you give.
So, Emma, let's imagine something many learners experience.
A job interview.
Exactly.
That moment when you sit in front of the interviewer.
Your heart is beating fast,
You want to sound confident,
professional,
clear.
but sometimes the wrong word changes the message.
Let's imagine the interviewer asks a question.
How do you manage your responsibilities at work?
That's a common question.
Now imagine the learner answers like this.
At work, I should finish my tasks on time.
That
That sentence sounds a little strange.
Yes, because it sounds like finishing tasks is only a suggestion.
Almost like a good idea, but not necessary.
But in most jobs, finishing tasks is not optional.
Exactly.
So the better sentence would be,
At work, I have to finish my tasks on time.
that sounds responsible.
Professional.
Now let's imagine another question.
The interviewer asks, how do you improve your skills?
Now the learner says,
I should learn new things.
That sounds weak.
It sounds like something you might do someday.
But listen to this version.
I have to keep learning to improve my skills.
That sounds stronger.
More serious.
Now imagine a different kind of sentence.
Something about personal growth.
The learner says, if I want to succeed, I should work harder.
That actually works well.
Yes, because it's personal advice.
Something the speaker believes is a good idea.
But if the speaker says, if I want to succeed, I have to work harder.
That sounds determined.
Almost like a personal rule.
And sometimes that strong feeling is exactly what you want to express.
And this is why understanding these expressions gives you more control.
You can choose the tone,
Advice,
responsibility,
suggestion.
necessity.
Now imagine the interview is ending.
The interviewer asks one final question.
What advice would you give to someone starting this job?
The smiles and says, you should stay organized and communicate clearly.
That sounds perfect.
Helpful advice.
And very natural English.
In that moment, the learner is no longer confused.
The difference is clear.
Confidence appears.
And speaking becomes easier.
But there is one final step.
The moment where everything becomes simple.
The transformation moment.
The moment when you no longer think about the rule.
You just speak naturally.
And that's exactly where we're going next. So Emma, let's go back to where we started.
At the beginning of this lesson, many learners felt confused about should and have to.
The words looked similar.
The meanings felt close.
But now something is different.
Now the difference feels clearer.
Let's say it one more time in the simplest way.
Should is advice.
A suggestion,
Something that is a good idea.
but still optional.
For example, you might say you should practice English every day.
That's good advice.
But the person still has a choice.
Now let's look at have to.
Have to is obligation.
A rule,
Something necessary.
something required.
For example, I have to submit this report today.
Because your boss expects it.
Now imagine something important.
You wake up tomorrow morning.
You're thinking about your goals,
Your future.
your English.
And you say something to yourself.
I should practice English more.
That's a good idea.
But listen to this version.
I have to practice English every day.
That sounds like commitment,
Responsibility.
a decision.
And sometimes that stronger feeling helps us stay focused.
Language reflects how we think.
And when you understand these differences, your English becomes more natural,
More confident.
more expressive.
Now we want to hear from you.
This is your turn to practice.
Write one sentence using should.
And one sentence using have to.
Put them in the comments below.
We love reading your examples.
And seeing your progress.
If this lesson helped you, subscribe to Amex English.
Because every week we create lessons that help you speak English naturally.
Not just understand grammar.
But use English in real conversations.
Also, remember something important.
Fluency doesn't happen in one day.
It happens with daily practice.
Small steps every day.
A new sentence.
A new conversation.
A little more confidence.
And before you realize it,
Speaking English starts to feel natural.
in our next lesson, we're going to explore another pair of confusing English expressions.
Must versus should.
A difference that surprises many learners.
Until then, keep practicing.
Keep speaking.
And remember,
You should keep learning.
and if you want to improve faster,
You have to keep practicing.
see you in the next lesson.